I'm going to be drawing a roller skate today, and I'm going to start towards the bottom of my page. I'm going to do 2 circles for the wheels of the roller skate. So first I'm going to do a kind of big circle right over here near the bottom of the page. Big circle for the bottom wheel, and then I'm going to put a little circle inside of it, just like that. So there's one wheel. Then I'm going to scoot over a little bit, and I'm going to put another wheel right over here. It's a big circle. And then another little circle inside. Just like that. And now I have the 2 wheels for my roller skate, and I'm going to connect them with a line, not down here, but up towards the top a little bit. Almost like they'd be car wheels right now to start out my roller skate there. I'm also going to put a little line on the back end and the front end, just like that. And at the front, I'm going to add the kind of the brake or the stopper to the roller skates. I'm going to make a line that comes diagonally up, and it's going to be slightly curved, just a smidge. And then I'm going to make 2 diagonal lines that are going to come out, so it'll get a little bigger, just like that. And then I need to close them up with a slightly curved line. And then I'm going to finish that line to make an oval at the front here to make the little stopper for the roller skate. Next, I'm going to draw another line basically at the top of the stopper here. I'm going to do a little line up, just a tiny little one. I'll come over here and I'll draw a line going up the back of the skate. So it's going to start to curve as it comes up. And now I'm going to draw a second line where these wheels were attached to the skate here. So I'll start over here and I'll draw my line over until I touch my wheel, and then I'll stop. And then I'll come right here and draw my line over until I touch my wheel, and then I'll stop. And then I'll come right over here and continue that line just to the end of the skate there. Now I'm going to make another line right here at the front, and it's going to bump just a smidge, curve just a smidge as another part of the skate. And I'm going to draw a straight line all the way across here. This is where the skate would be sitting on the part that's attached to the wheels. So I'm drawing my straight line all the way across. And now I want to make the top of the skate up here, and I'm going to start with a curved line, and then it'll be very curvy as it goes up to the top. So here's a curved line going up, and then I'm going to bring it back in, and I'm going to bring it back in a little bit further, and then start to bring it up. So now I want to bring it up, up, up. I don't want to go all the way to the top of the page, but I want it to come up pretty high. And then I'll bring up the back the same height. So I had that curved line. I'm going to curve in just a tiny bit and back out just a tiny bit. So I'm curving in just a little bit here and then back out as I get closer to the top there, just like that. And I'll go ahead and draw another line right inside here where the laces will go across, and we'll get the top on there as well. We'll go ahead and do the top, I guess. So I'm going to close this up with a slightly curved line. We'll curve up towards the top of the page just a little bit. So it's closed up, but now I want to draw another line that almost runs parallel to this line to create the lacing spot. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to draw my line, not touching right there, but a little bit out from it, and I'm going to make it almost parallel to the other line I drew, but it needs to get wider at the top. There's got to be more space for your ankle up here at the top. So I'm going to make it wider as it gets to the top, and then I'll close it up by coming back to the edge right there. And now I have where the laces will go, and I'm going to make just a tiny diagonal line to touch it right there. I'm going to draw in some circles where the laces would go through. So I'm going to draw just a few little circles all along this line where the laces can be put inside the shoe there. So I'm just going to draw them, trying to keep them close to the same size, but it's okay if some are bigger and some are smaller. So now I have my laces there, well, not my laces yet, but the holes for my laces. And now I'm going to draw the laces, which are kind of tricky. I'm going to draw 2 lines coming towards my hole from the edge. They're going to be a little bit diagonal, and they're going to stop right here. They're not going to come over to the hole. So they're kind of underneath. Then I'm going to draw 2 more lines, and this time they're going to come from my circle to the edge of the skate. So I'm going to go from the circle to the edge, just like that. So now I've got the beginning of my laces. I want to do 2 more lines, but they are not going to go to the circle. So I'm going to keep them short, and they're only going to touch that line right there. So 2 diagonal lines that are short. And I'm going to make one that does go to the circle. So I'm going to go from the circle to the edge of the skate, keeping it diagonal as well, just like that. And then I'll do another 2 that are short and don't touch the circle. So they'll stop early, stop at our second line there. And then I'll do 2 longer ones that go from the circle to the edge. And notice they're starting to go up a little more, get a little longer as we go from these circles. They go from being real close there to a little wider. Next, I'll draw 2 short ones again, and they'll stop at the line. They won't go all the way to the circle. So 2 little short ones. And then I'm going to draw 2 longer ones that are going to go from the circle to the edge again. And these are going to be a little longer even. So they're starting to get a little taller there. Now I need 2 short ones that stop at the line again. So they will not touch my circle. And now I need 2 from the circle. So I'll go from the circle to the edge of the skate. Just like that. And now I'll need 2 shorter ones that come to the line in front of that circle. But they don't touch the circle. There we go. And I'll need 2 really long ones to finish this up. And they will touch the circle and go all the way to the edge. And now I stopped that one a little early. I'm going to make the top come all the way over to the circle. So I'm going to do a line that comes across from the edge all the way to the circle. 2 lines, just like that. So it's kind of tied up there. And I'm going to make a little tongue of my skate right here. So I'm going to draw a little curved line right there at the very top, and then close it up right above where the laces are in my skate. And just like that, I have a roller skate. And now what I need to do is color it in, and you can decorate your skates however you want. And here's my colored in skate. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more drawing videos.